It certainly was a toasty weekend to have some of those high school graduations ongoing this past weekend. I know college and UNL is going to wrap up this week with the final week of exams and still looking summer-like for much of this week too. But we got to 90 degrees in Lincoln on Saturday for just the second time of 2025 so far. But that feels rather early because our first 90-degree day of the year last year didn't come until about June 5th, and we've already seen two of them this year. We didn't quite get to 90 degrees in Lincoln yesterday, 88 degrees, still summer-like. And looking across the state, there were some 90s up in northwest Nebraska. Look at Chadron, up to 95 degrees yesterday for a high temperature. Everyone else middle and upper 80s, including southeast Nebraska. Nobody getting to 90 degrees, but close up in Omaha at 89 degrees. This morning, already some light flooding in. Yes, the final week of classes with some final exams for UNL, so it does feel like summer's right around the corner, and it's been feeling like it lately too, with temperatures comfortable in the morning, but very warm by the afternoon. And again, toasty. 56 degrees though in Lincoln, very comfortable. Also that temperature in Beatrice and over toward Hebron and Aurora. A little warmer in Hastings. Columbus and Omaha have been sitting at 58 degrees though as the warmest in southeast Nebraska here this morning. Here's where we're headed. Similar to yesterday, I think it'll be kind of a struggle to get to 90 degrees, but we will be very close to it. Some of the stronger wind gusts, maybe around 25 miles per hour here in Lincoln. Stronger out to the west through central Nebraska with some fire danger concerns once again today. But light winds that we're starting out with right now, those winds won't come up until later this morning and into the afternoon hours. Mostly clear skies across much of southeast Nebraska and the state. As you look at satellite and radar, maybe a few sprinkles in the panhandle, and some of that activity is coming to an end rather quickly this morning. So we are just really going to see a lot of sunshine across the state, but there will finally be some changes to this overall dry weather pattern as we go into the middle of this week, especially through, I think, north central and northeast Nebraska going into about Wednesday evening. But Tuesday evening, spot storm or two in the Sandhills late before this low pressure system starts to drag a front through central and northeast Nebraska by Wednesday evening. So that'll be the focus for some storms. You'll see that I think southeast Nebraska is going to miss out on a lot of this activity, but the northernmost 3 rows of counties through northeast Nebraska may be looking at the risk for severe weather for the first time in a while. I haven't talked about this in a couple weeks or so, it feels like, but a marginal level 1 out of 5 risk in place. Can't rule out a tornado, but 60-mile-per-hour winds, it's up to some quarter-size hail will be the main hazards as we go into Wednesday evening and the overnight hours. Tuesday and Wednesday also look like the warmest days of the week, and then we cool down just a little bit, down to about 80 degrees for our bike drive, but it will be very windy that day before we're looking at more seasonable temperatures through the upcoming weekend.